At BSGSV, here is your question. Who are these people needing 90K a year, 75K a year, 200K a year, even though they have a paid off house, no mortgage? What are they spending all that money on? I think that I can't answer that directly, but obviously the cases I build are hypotheticals, so we're not like necessarily making a claim on what they'd be spending their money on. More so just illustrating how you would find out capacity. But really the idea here is, I guess what I would take from this is how do we really identify spending capacity if the house is paid off and lifestyle feels simple? I think actually really the reframe of this is really a personal belief around desired spending and what you want to spend, and it's everyone's right to choose what they want to spend. Retirement planning is all about finding, in my opinion, should be about finding what someone can spend. Because in life, and I've learned this from my gym business and from my fitness practice as well, oftentimes what we do is we live up to the boundary that we think exists. So we don't think about possibility, we think about what's able to be done. And if we suddenly remove that boundary of thinking about what's capable, we would think more about what's possible. So what I mean by that is, if someone thinks they're only capable of having a spending capacity of $50,000 a year in retirement, then they're only going to think about what can be spent up to $50,000. They're never going to think about more or rarely are they going to think about more because we don't feel like we have permission. So it's like a psychological barrier. And then on the flip side of that, if we remove that and start by asking ourselves, if I removed all constraints and just said, what can my resources provide me up to the upper limit with the safety tolerances I'm comfortable with, then I can think about how to fill that budget in if I wanted to. And that's just the opposite end approach. I don't know, everyone's entitled to their own alignment with these different approaches. The reason I like this approach more is because I think it's every person's right to determine what they want in their budget. I don't need to give them permission about what to put in their budget. And in some sense, starting by putting in what someone tells us they want to spend on and limiting the plan to that, in some sense, limits the capability of the person because they never learn what the true capability is. And then they can never explore that capability. It's almost like starting with your peripheral vision blocked. It's like, well, that's my belief, and it doesn't have to be shared by everybody. But I think that would be, I guess we could add in like a villain narrative into this, which is like, I'm kind of cautious about, but which is like, it is in the best interest of the powers that be that we not think too much about what's possible, because it retains assets at custodians. They continue to make annuitized fees, and it's obviously better for their bottom line. So kind of makes sense why all this material has moved in that direction. And I know this is not the direct answer to your question, because I don't know how to tell you what someone who wants to spend a certain amount of money on is actually spending their money on when they have a paid off house. Like, it's their right to choose. So thank you for the comment and the opportunity to answer this tangential question at BSGSV. Real quick, let me show you the exact 3-pillar comprehensive retirement roadmap that takes retirees from uncertainty to peace of mind that less than 1% of retirees actually have in place. Now, I've built hundreds of these for retirees, and I can say with a high degree of confidence that these are the 3 pillars every retiree needs to have in place in order to have full confidence that they're not missing anything in their retirement plan. And I broke each of these down by the specific questions. You can see them here that each needs to be answered and the best way to answer them. Now, we've done this across pre-retirees, recent retirees, married couples, single retirees, $1 million portfolios, $10 million portfolios, all the above, and it works. And it's my gift to you today. It's absolutely free. It's in the first link in the description below this video. It's going to say free comprehensive retirement roadmap training. Just click the link, enter your info, and you'll get instant access, all for free.